CJ, what's going on? You're back. I heard you recently went to a gaming convention. How was it?
Yes, it was good. Thanks for having me on the channel, GERM. So yeah, I just got back from Solcal Gaming Expo.
Solcal, that's all out in California, right?
It is, yes. Never been. First time in California, so that was a
Oh, that's
experience.
really your first time in California?
Yep, first time in California. Took the flight over from New York to Cali.
How was the flight?
It was good. It was good. I enjoyed it.
Absolutely terrified of flying. I don't know if you know that.
No.
So I have not been to California.
Okay.
I will fly if I have to.
Yeah, if it's a necessity.
And you had such a good time that you invited Tim and I, which Tim is not here, out, and you said we should all go next year.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
All on me, boys.
All.
Yep.
Somebody write that down.
Exactly, right?
We'll come back. Be like, hey
going
CJ, here's the bill. You know.
I'm bringing you guys next year.
That would be awesome.
It was fun going solo, but I would have had such more more of a fun time going with you guys.
So how was your flight? How long did it take?
It took 5 hours and change,
God.
but it wasn't bad because it was early. Had to leave New York early to get there.
Yep.
On time. Gained 3 hours, which was great, but coming back is rough.
Yeah.
Left at 4 a.m. California time. Got home at 8 p.m. New York time.
Wow.
So that was an entire day.
Wow.
Traveling.
And so you went to the convention. What time did you get to the convention?
I got to the convention at 7 a.m.
Oh my God, 7 o'clock in the morning.
7 o'clock in the morning. Doors open officially at 10.
Oh.
But for VIPs, they open at 9.
I remember you saying that to me, and I didn't want to say anything to you. I'm like, 7 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
This was not your first convention, right?
No. I've been to Retro World Expo and Collecticon.
Okay, so I've not been to Collecticon. I've been to Retro World Expo. I've been to Too Many Games.
Mm-hmm.
I have stood in line at Too Many Games for about 45 minutes before, so I know what that's like. So I guess if you're going to California, you want to get in there early. What time did the next person show up?
30-40 minutes
after
me.
You.
After me, yeah. I was just hanging out, eating watermelon, chilling. I got all the snacks from my friend because my friend lived 10 minutes away.
Yeah.
So she's like, here, take some snacks. You're going to be there all day. And I was like, okay, cool, thanks.
Oh my God. So they let you in, you end up going to the show. What was it like?
It was amazing. It was insane. It was very overwhelming. There was so much there. They had live Tetris. They had the kid who beat Tetris.
Wow.
There.
Yeah, it just crashes, right, or something?
Crashes, yep, crashes. They had, actually, Logan Paul got there on Friday.
I heard that. Heard that today. I heard that.
He was there.
Everybody was like following him around.
Yep. I wasn't there on Friday. Only went Saturday and Sunday.
Yep.
They had over 200 plus vendors.
Wow.
They had a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles half pipe, so professional skateboarders.
That's cool.
They had, obviously like the popcorn stands and the food and stuff. I didn't get any of the food. I just rocked it out.
Did you really?
Was a champion.
Oh, not me.
Walking around.
So that's why she's so thin. Now I got this belly here.
I couldn't justify the $14 for the chicken tenders because I'm like, that's like New York prices, but I'm like,
right.
Probably
so here's my problem is I don't eat a lot.
Oh yeah.
So like if there is, and sometimes it's funny. I went to Too Many Games and I remember the chicken fingers were like huge.
Okay.
They were good.
Yeah.
They were huge, and I was struggling to eat them. But like you said, they're like something ridiculous, $17-18.
Yep.
The convention's got to make its money. I get it.
Right.
I get it.
It's the cost of what you pay for convenience. I get it.
We could probably split a meal
Probably.
based on how we eat. I gain all this weight from candy, ice cream, and soda.
Okay, so you're the sweets guy. I'm the salty, like savory. I love chips and French fries all day.
So I could leave my candy here would be safe.
Yes, you'd be safe with that.
Awesome.
French fries, not so much.
Not so much. Okay, so did you find anything at the convention? Did you buy anything?
I did. I bought a few things.
You're good.
So I picked up the Tears of the Kingdom Pro controller, sealed. So this is a limited edition one for those who don't know. It says 80 on the box. I talked him down to 70.
Okay.
So I have one loose that I play with, but I wanted one sealed.
That's awesome. Yeah, I remember when these came out. All this stuff, some of the special edition stuff can be difficult sometimes to get.
Yes.
And it's weird. It's hit or miss. Mm-hmm. Sometimes some of the stuff will be easy to get. Sometimes it'll be hard. I have this myself.
Okay. Yep.
I didn't open mine. I just didn't need it. I actually played with the Joy-Cons.
Okay.
But I remember when the Zelda Joy-Cons came out. I think that was Tears of the Kingdom. Am I wrong?
Skyward Sword.
Skyward Sword.
Yep.
I remember getting them. And then you couldn't get them, and then all of a sudden I was in a Walmart, and then they were on the shelf again. I'm like, oh my God, I told somebody else, you should get those. Those are going to be gone. And I bought another set.
Yep.
And now they sell, I don't quote me on this because I'm thinking off the top of my head, I want to say they sell for about $150. So, things go up, and,
Yep.
you don't know when they're going to disappear. Like,
Exactly.
they could be restocked. They might not be.
Mm-hmm.
You look at all these special edition
Yep.
Nintendo Switch consoles. They
Mm-hmm.
come out with the Smash Brothers or Splatoon. They're
Mm-hmm.
out, and then they're gone. Like the Pokemon one. It's
Mhm.
gone.
Yep.
It's gone. You
Yep.
can't get it anymore. So, yeah, it's a smart move on that.
Thank you.
Are you going to keep the price tag on her?
I don't know. I don't know.
Nah, you got to take that off.
I'll probably take it off.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Anything else? Did you get anything else?
Yeah, I got a few other things here. So I'm a big handheld.
That's all right. We don't need that.
Big handheld collector.
In all my videos, I drop something.
Yeah, right. It makes us.
I'm rubbing off on you.
It makes us imperfect, right? I got the ice blue Game Boy Pocket.
That's a really cool color.
Loose. There is like a little imperfection on the side. It may be battery corrosion or something like that. I don't know, but
It's on the back. It don't
it's
matter.
on the back. It doesn't
It
matter.
works.
The back is still on there.
It works though.
It works.
Yeah,
Everything
so
works.
that's awesome. You're good.
Sound came with the batteries. He listed it at 50. Got it for 45.
Yeah, you got to negotiate. Look at that, $50. Honestly, I don't know what I'm gonna do if I do a convention and I have to start selling some stuff, and I do have to eventually sell some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to negotiate. I want to just put it on there what I want.
Right.
And you know what the problem is? A lot of my collection I bought during COVID
Okay.
when everything was high. So there's
Yeah,
like a
me
lot of
too.
stuff that
That's
I'm
when I
gonna
started
lose money on.
collecting.
Is it?
Yep. So list it for what you really think someone's. Give yourself some wiggle room.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Put
This
your
is
bottom
cool.
dollar in your head, but
Yeah,
on
yeah.
there,
This is a great color. You got a great
Yep.
deal on that too.
that one's a limited edition one too, or special edition, like the ice blue one.
Yeah.
There was the box too. Another vendor had it. This was a separate vendor, but the box had like some mouse like chewings on it.
Yep.
But it was on the front part.
Did you get it?
No, he was offering $30 for it, but I'm like, I
It's
really
not
didn't want
terrible.
to display that with the
I know.
the bite marks on the front.
I know. I have something similar to that in my collection, and it's a Wii Mini, and it's brand new sealed. It came with Mario Kart in it. It's sealed up, and I knew when I bought it. I actually traveled pretty far to go get it because I was collecting all the Wii consoles, and I was looking for sealed ones, and it had chewing on the back, and I knew about it up front, and she said her cat got it.
Oh,
So
okay.
the same exact kind of thing,
Yeah.
and different thing, this is new. Mine was new sealed. It was,
Yep.
she wasn't reselling it as like a vendor. She was just like trying, sell. I think I got it for maybe $50 to $100 somewhere in there. But yeah, when you're collecting for your collection, it's used. It's already open.
Right,
So you'll find another open box, new sealed. That's harder to find.
right.
Yeah,
right.
so I get it. You got it. You know what? Stuff will always be there. You'll find it eventually when you're ready. You'll get it.
Exactly.
Yeah. What
And
else you get?
I got one more thing here. I got the Cobalt Blue SP.
Wow, that almost looks like purple.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's like a really
Wow.
deep blue. Yeah, they call it Cobalt, but
That's
I had
cool.
this one as a kid.
Really?
Yeah. They had it listed at 80.
Yeah, $80 in the back.
I got it for 65
No way. You got
With-
some good negotiating
with the original charger.
with the charger.
So I'll take it.
Yeah,
I mean,
this one's awesome.
I asked him what his bottom dollar was, and he said 65. So I thought about it. Went around the convention, walked around, wanted to like window shop a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
There's so many vendors there,
Yep.
so many handhelds.
Where you find like comparable prices?
Yeah. So I walked around, saw some for 80, saw some for 90.
Same color.
Same color. Most
Wow.
of them were 100 if they were the 001 model.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, where's that guy? Got to circle back around.
And you found him?
Yep, found him.
Oh
and
my
then I was
God.
like, sure, I'll be happy to pay 65.
That's the problem, and we've talked about this before. Is you go to these conventions, and I remember going to too many games, and I want to say it was Michael Jackson Moonwalker on the Master System. I was looking for that, and I found it, and I couldn't remember where I found it because I went
Yep.
through the rest of the convention, and I'm like, oh my God, where was that game?
Yep.
Or maybe somebody bought it. So if somebody
Right.
buys it, you could totally look over that booth and be like, no, it's not there. It wasn't there.
Exactly.
You know,
It's kind of a hard hit or miss where it's like, okay, maybe I'll catch you on Sunday, hopefully get a good deal. Because
Yeah.
if they don't sell it on Saturday,
Right.
they want to sell it on Sunday because they
But
won't come back with the stuff.
You know what the thing is when you go out too, when you go out hunting, you go out at, most of these things, I can almost bet you that most of these things came from yard sales.
Oh, yeah, guaranteed.
Most of them are not from their personal collection because your
Guaranteed.
collection's not endless.
Guaranteed.
I could tell you for sure, and you know this too, once in a while you get lucky. You
Yep.
make connections. We know Joe
Right.
Gamer, he'll
Yep.
take care of us once in a while. You had your other friend that had a game store.
Mhm.
But, they have stuff. Stuff walks in the door. We
Right.
don't have a store.
Right.
We have, a short 4-month, 5-month span of time to go to yard sales. And you can only stop at so many.
Yep.
And I can tell you firsthand, it is not easy to find stuff.
No.
It is not easy. I got lucky at my townwide yard sale, and I found 2 SPs. Neither of them were out. Totally unusual to find it, and I was so happy to find them. But you don't usually find stuff like that.
Right.
So they, would they pay? Like I paid for mine. I paid one of these $27.
Super jealous, by the way. He got the SP, the pearl one, the pearl
Yeah,
blue.
that one's nice. 101.
Super beautiful, by the way. I'm like, oh my god.
Yep.
And a special edition one. Tell him which one you got.
It was so you think it's Shrek, but I looked it up. It is not Shrek.
No?
Although it reminds me of Shrek too. It's
Oh,
just
what is
called
it?
Lime and Orange.
Oh, okay.
It's called Lime and Orange, and it wasn't out. You know, I did the
Mm-hmm.
ask. I said, hey, do you have any video games?
Yep.
And she's like, oh, I got this flippy thing. She's like, honey, it's sitting in the drawer. You know, it's been sitting there forever. I said, and I was in my truck. I didn't even get out of my truck. I said, does it look? And I literally took the other one out I bought earlier in the yard sale. I go, does it look like this? She's like, oh, no, it looks nothing like that. And then then she goes in the house and brings it out. It's exactly that. You know, it's kind of
Oh
funny.
my gosh.
But yeah, I paid $27 for one and $30 for the other. And
Charger,
you know,
no charger? Or loose? Remember?
you know what? I think they both had charger. I know one definitely had a charger. One had a charger and like 20 something games with it, which was
Dang.
crazy. And the games weren't anything spectacular. It might have been
Right.
one or two good things in there, but it wasn't anything crazy. But you know, sometimes you get lucky.
Yeah.
But you know what? When you
Power
want to
of the
really,
ask.
yeah, when you want to specifically find something, you know, these shows are good because you know what, you know, they're so massive
Right.
that you could find that specific item. When you go to a yard sale, they're gonna be like, hey, we have these 3 Wii games. You know,
Right.
you know, you might not want those 3.
Exactly. Exactly.
Did you so we call ourselves kind of like, I don't call myself this, but like YouTubers are kind of celebrities. You know, people have met me in person and they
Yep.
say, hey, GERM, and I'm like, oh my god, ah.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
there's
Who
always
are
my
you?
surprise. Did
Yeah.
you meet anybody?
I did. I met a lot of people. Obviously, the Pixel Game Squad, so they're the owners of, you know, Solcal
Yeah.
Gaming Expo.
I watched your channel.
Yep, with a
Yeah,
bunch
sure.
of other people. So I met Riff, Ricky, Curtis,
Okay.
Chris, Gabo,
Wow.
like the whole squad.
Cool guys.
All cool guys. Very, very cool. Then I met Retro Rick, Phoenix Resale,
Wow.
Chase from Chase After the Right
Wow.
Price, and his cameraman and side co-host, Sky Guy.
Sure.
Everybody was super sweet.
Right.
Very nice. All was like willing to talk to me, took pictures and some clips.
That's awesome. Do you have a favorite?
A favorite? Oh gosh.
That's a hard question.
That is a hard question. I will say personality wise, Curtis was the easiest to talk to.
That's awesome.
And he was really, really cool. I think the most nerve wracking I was to talk to someone was Riff. And
Okay.
I don't know why, because he's more of the talkative
personable,
one,
yes.
the personable one. But I think, like, I look up to all these guys physically and, you know, professionally.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I really wanted to impress him because I feel like he was the one who just like really motivated me to want to push out more content.
Right.
Like for whatever reason, I got that impression from him.
Right.
But they're all super sweet guys.
And you were telling me that somebody recognized you.
Yes. So I was filming just a regular booth, looking at the games and stuff, and someone goes, "Are you CJ?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, what?"
That's awesome.
It's like, yeah,
How many times
yeah.
has that happened to you?
None. That was the first,
That was the first
and
one.
only time. And I'm like, wow, that is crazy.
Wow.
So that was a really cool, like,
That's a good
start-up
feeling, right?
moment. Yeah.
It's a
Great
good feeling when that happened. I remember the first time it happened to me, I was like, oh.
Yeah. You're like, whoa, do I know you?
If you keep going, you know what? It's funny. You're 3,000 miles away from home, and somebody recognizes you.
Yep.
Me, when I do videos locally, people recognize me, and it's kind of not surprising because I go to the same places over time, and I'll hear GERM, and you know I'll turn around, I'll know who it is or I don't.
Right.
You know, but I remember the first time it happened, and I was just like, whoa! I was like, somebody actually watched my channel? I was like,
Right.
that's it's cool.
Isn't
That's
it?
cool.
It's really cool.
Awesome. And one last subject.
Yes.
You told me you went to the auction. You went to the auction there at the.
Oh yes. The auction for SoCal. So like it was crazy. Like they had like this whole they had a bunch of items out there, and I saw Pat the NES Punk, and he was trying to bid on the World of Nintendo sign. It was like $1,000, and then he was like, "I'm out." You know, it was fun.
Problem is with the auctions is we were talking this because I went to an auction today, and it's not just $1,000. There's a buyer's premium, which is usually 15 to 18%. 15 if you pay cash, sometimes 18 if you pay with credit card. Then on top of that's tax. So things add up real quick. So $1,000 isn't really $1,000. You
right.
can end up actually very quickly, overpaying for things very, very easily. Which is auctions are very dangerous,
Right.
especially if they accept credit cards.
Exactly. Plus, you didn't know, like, people were doing it live and they were doing it online.
Yeah, that's the worst.
The thing, too.
And you know what? I went to an auction today. I was sitting in the front row, and people were bidding in back of me.
Yep.
And every time I looked back, I couldn't find nobody.
Right.
I didn't know who was bidding.
Right.
So CJ, how does everybody find you on YouTube?
Right. So CJ's Gaming channel on YouTube, and then CJ's_gaming_ channel on Instagram.
Awesome. And I'm gonna put you under pressure. We got less than a minute left.
Yes.
When should they expect your video from Solcal?
Ooh. Okay. Hopefully in the next week and a half.
Okay, cool.
I will put that pressure on myself.
You got to put it on. We got to put it on her. And go check her out. Subscribe. She's a good friend of mine and the channel. And we're starting that podcast.
Yes.
Thanks for joining me. Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for having me, GERM. Appreciate you.
We'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.
Peace.